Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a flawless powder foundation routine. I'm super excited. I'm starting off with no makeup and we're going to be transforming this face. And the amazing part is that all the products that we're using today are extremely affordable. And we're really going to be featuring the new e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. I have partnered up with e.l.f. Cosmetics to create this look for you guys. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. You guys know that I love e.l.f. Cosmetics. They come out with the best products. So let's go ahead and get right into this video because I want to transform this face and show you guys exactly how to accomplish it. Okay, so the first step to that flawless powder foundation routine is to prep our skin. So we're going to be moisturizing with my favorite moisturizer that I always talk about. That is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream with 30 SPF. You guys know I don't go anywhere without my SPF. I always put on my SPF moisturizer because it's so important. I just love that this already comes with SPF because I'm able to just do that 2-in-1. Next up, we're going to be using a mixture of 2 primers to create that perfect base before foundation, and those are the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is going to help just remove any of those enlarged pores and really make the skin almost look like it's filtered. So I'm applying the putty right in these areas because that's where I tend to have the most enlarged pores, around the nose. Once we have that, I'm going to be taking the Power Grip Primer. This, you guys can see, I literally use it all the time because it's so good. And it really keeps everything locked into place all day long. So I'm going to be taking this, and what I like to do is I like to apply it around the face. So like in the areas where your makeup tends to come off the easiest is where I really target the Power Grip Primer. And also one spot that my makeup tends to come off a little bit easier is the nose. So I'm really going to target that right here to ensure that everything is exactly where it needs to be. Okay, so because we are going to be going in with powder foundation, we first want to go in and do our concealer. Just because our concealer is a nice creamy formula, a liquid formula, we want to make sure that that's on in place, and then we can move on to the powder foundation. So I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. This is one of my favorites. It's really nice for like that very lightweight consistency. Also like for spot concealing, like let's say you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, this is the perfect like less is more makeup look. This one is in the shade medium 32N. It's just a very lightweight consistency. If you want something that is super easy to blend and more like natural, this is great. Then I'm going to be taking my little e.l.f. sponge and I'm just going to be blending this into the skin. Then I'm going in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I literally use this guy all the time. This one is in the shade medium. I love it because it's not drying. I'm just going to be applying the powder to set those under eyes so they don't crease too much. So now that we have the powder on the under eyes, we're gonna let it sit there for about 30 seconds to a minute. And I'm quickly gonna take a little bit more of the concealer to just apply it in little areas where I feel like I could spot conceal a little bit. So kind of right around the nose, a little bit right here, and right there. And I'm just gonna go back in with the sponge. Then I'm gonna go ahead and dust away the powder. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation, and we are going to be applying this on our skin to give us that gorgeous complexion. This is the shade that I have been using, and this one is in the shade Light 280N, which stands for neutral. This foundation is supposed to give you very long wearing results. It's also full coverage, which is excellent, especially if you are looking to really minimize the appearance of redness. It's also very lightweight, which is very important, and I feel like with powder, sometimes things can feel a little bit heavier, but this powder does not do that. It works well as foundation or even as a final step if you want to go first in with your Camo CC Cream by e.l.f. and then go in with this to set that in place. This will work great. It does not give you a cakey finish. It doesn't look heavy. It just looks like gorgeous, flawless filtered skin. It comes in 30 shades, which is another thing that I really love about this. I'm gonna show you guys 3 shades that kind of fall around my complexion in case you guys are around my complexion and kind of want to see different tones on my skin. These apply great with a sponge, with a brush, with the little sponge that it comes with as well. It does come with one of these guys, which is great. You can always wash that and reuse it. But I'm gonna go ahead and swipe this for you guys so you guys can see like the pigment you guys are about to see. So this is the lightest shade. You guys can see. It's kind of more neutral. This is a little bit more like yellowy. And then this is the last shade that I have. Oh yeah, that's a little darker. You guys can see it right there. So you guys can kind of see where we fall. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to start applying the powder. So I'm first gonna go in with my sponge that we just went in with to apply this. This is my little e.l.f. sponge. So I'm taking the shade 240W and I'm just gonna take the product and literally like look at this pigmentation and then you swipe it. Like, wow. Wow. And then I'm gonna take my brush. This one is the e.l.f. powder brush. And I'm just gonna melt it into the skin. Look how easy this melts into the skin. I feel like a nice dense brush is really good with these powders because it really gives it that payoff. This is especially great if you don't want any oil on your skin. Like this will definitely give you that. So now I'm gonna also take the shade that I've been enjoying, the light 280 neutral, and we're gonna mix that in to the mix just to add a little bit more warmth. And look, my skin literally looks flawless. Like super flawless. This is also one of those products where you can build upon it, like I mentioned, and you guys are seeing it. Like it's building up so nicely, so airbrushed. It just looks like flawless skin. I just love how immediately it covers any imperfection you may have, and it just makes your skin look flawless. Yes, skin. And then of course we're gonna go ahead and warm up our face to kind of give a little bit of color to it. One thing that you could do is, because I do have this shade right here, the shade 310C, I could go in a little bit and just warm it up. I'm gonna be taking this other e.l.f. brush. This is the Flawless Face, and we can kind of use that to warm up these high points and kind of like around the face. You guys can see that the shade 310 is a little bit warmer and it does a good job of like warming up the face in a very nice way. That's another thing that I love about these powders is that they're very buildable with one another. So let's say that you want to use a warmer tone to like bronze up the face or contour the face, you can definitely do that and it'll just look so beautiful. And the last thing I want to mention about these powders that I have mentioned before in my review and wear test that I did on these powders is that this is talc free for those of you guys who prefer products without talc. It is talc free, which is always a great thing. And also e.l.f. is cruelty free. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're gonna go to our eyes because I want to let this kind of sink into the skin for a little bit before we finish off the entire look. I'm gonna be taking the shade medium 310C and I'm gonna be using this to also warm up our eyes just because I feel like sometimes a trick that I like to do is with whatever color that I'm warming up the face, I like to also use for the eyes to kind of create that shadow on them and it all like really blends in seamlessly together. So this is a trick, especially if maybe you don't have eyeshadow with you. This is a great thing to do. It just adds some good dimension on the eyes, some depth, some warmth, all that good stuff. And you guys know I've been obsessed with glitter, so I'm going to be taking my little e.l.f. glitter in the shade Flirty Birdie, and we're gonna be applying this on our lids. I'm gonna be going in with a little bit, and then I'm gonna be blending it out. These are so pretty, and I feel like sometimes we can shy away from using a glitter on our eyes because we feel like it has to be like super intense, but it honestly doesn't have to be very intense. It could be super soft as I'm doing it right now. Taking your finger, which can be your best friend, to apply these products can really give it like a very, very soft, effortless finish. You guys always ask me what black liner I use. I use the one by e.l.f. This is the H2O Proof eyeliner pen. I love this pen. It is so pigmented and really gets the job done. We're gonna be doing a little half wing. Okay, so I did a little subtle half wing and now we're gonna go in with the mascara. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Big Moon Mascara. You guys know this mascara is like on another level. It gives you great volume, great lift. Okay, so you guys can see the difference between the mascara on this side and this side. Literally, I don't even need falsies. Like this mascara does the trick. Okay, so we have finished the eyes. The complexion looks flawless. if I do say so myself. I really love how everything just melted into the skin so beautifully and became one with the skin, which is honestly the most important thing when using like a powder foundation, is just having it really melt into the skin. Now we're gonna move on to the lips. I wanna be showing you guys my favorite lip combo from e.l.f. This is literally like my go-to. So I start off with Mauve Lip Liner by e.l.f. These lip liners are so creamy. They're so comparable to high-end ones. And you guys have to check these out because e.l.f. did it with their lip liners. So that was Mauve Lip Liner by e.l.f. And then I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. lipstick in Pinkies Up and applying that all throughout. I know this is my powder flawless foundation routine, but I had to include this lip because it's literally one of my go-to lippies. And like I said, it's so affordable. So you got to check out Mauve Lip Liner by e.l.f. and Pinkies Up lipstick by e.l.f. because they will not disappoint. They literally go with any look. Okay, now for the last step, setting our face. This is so essential to really make everything last all day, on top of already how long wearing this will be for you. But I mean, if you want to take this look all the way to the night, this is going to be your best friend. So this is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist, up to 16 hours. What I love so much about the setting spray is that it is so fine. So it's literally going to mist your face so softly and delicately that it will not interfere with any of your makeup on the face. So you don't have to worry about it getting messed up because this is so fine. This is one of those things I like to carry in my purse because I'm like, it's time to spray. But you guys can see the complexion, like get into this. Okay guys, so this is the final look for my flawless powder foundation routine using the new e.l.f. Camo powders. I hope that this video was super helpful for you guys in case you guys were trying to figure out what the best powder foundation is for your flawless powder foundation routine. Like I said, this powder is so amazing because you can use it as your foundation or you can use it to retouch your face during the day, especially if you have oily skin. I totally get it because that happens to me a lot. But it literally gives you the most beautiful airbrush looking powder finish, which I love. So I will have everything linked down below so you guys can check out the items. And again, a big thank you to e.l.f. Cosmetics for partnering with me on this video because like I said, I love this powder. You guys can watch my review. I love e.l.f. as a brand. They have so many amazing products. Also, a big thank you to you guys for always supporting me because without your support, I don't have amazing opportunities like this. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please give a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this where I show you makeup routines. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.